So this is a bow that I've had in the store for quite a while. Actually, last October, I believe, Bear launched their 2026 bows. And this is one that's really impressed me from the start. And I've always wanted to do a bow review over this, but I haven't had a chance, one, because I was busy in the store last fall, and two, these bows keep selling, so which is a good thing. It's a good sign for you if you're looking for a new bow. This is one that's been really popular. Um, Things have slowed down a little bit. I finally was able to get some more of these bows in. This is the new Alaskan Pro from Bear for 2026. This is their ready to hunt package. And let's just go through the specs on this real quick. The specs fit really well into what I like in a bow. 33 inches axle to axle and 6¼ inch on the brace height. It just fits really nicely with what I like. This bow here is a 55 to 70 pound max, which is, I like that there's a 15-pound range there. It's going to fit more people. A lot of times 70 pound bows, I have people that come in and maybe they only shoot 55 pounds and they're not able to try them out. To where this bow, they can at least try them out. If they want to order one in that is, you have the option of 45 to 60 pounds as well. So you have a little bit bigger range there, which I appreciate. Draw length, 25½ inches up to 30½ inches. So it's not going to fit the people with, a longer draw length of 31, 32. If that's you, you might want to look at the Paradigm, which is going to be a similar bow. It's going to have a hybrid cam versus the 3-track cam like what this has, but it's going to fit a longer draw length person. So if you're over 30½, you might want to look at the Paradigm. Speed is 339, and this is a pretty quick bow, so you'll see that it's fairly fast. And then we have let-off adjustments of 80 and 85%, and I'll do the best to show you that I can. There's a cable stop right here. It is rubber coated, and you can see that it's not even. It's an oblong shape, so we've got a longer side and a shorter side. And what that does is allows you to adjust your let-off, basically which direction you point it. Right now, I have it pointing towards 80%. The long side is pointing towards the cable as this comes around. It's going to give us a little bit more holding weight. It's going to shorten up that valley just a little bit. But all you have to do is loosen a set screw, flip this around, and then you're at 85% on your let-off. This is the new EKO 2 cam from Bear, so I should bring that up. You had this option on the previous version of the EKO cam. It's just marked a little bit easier to understand and find where things are located, especially your draw lengths. You've got different number markings on here now. So right now I've got it set at 28 inches, which is my draw length. It's real easy to find that and then line up the draw stop peg with that as well. So much easier system for quickly setting up your draw length. I really like that. The previous EKO cam was a good cam. It produced a lot of speed, but it was difficult. You had to get out a manual and search through and figure out where you wanted things set. This makes it a lot easier. Like I said, this is a ready to hunt package. So it does have machined Picatinny mount on the front of the riser, and it comes with a 4-pin trophy ridge sight that is mounted with the Picatinny mount. It does have a USB-C rechargeable, I believe it's a USB-C rechargeable sight light, which is a nice feature to come with the bow. We do have, this is the new cloak quiver from Trophy Ridge, new for 2026. It has different size grooves in here, so you can fit smaller diameter arrows. Maybe you're shooting, 1.66 4mm or a 204 5mm. This should grip them fine, but you can also still shoot your standard 246 diameter arrows. And that's going to mount right in here, just like the rest of the Trophy Ridge quivers have. It pops in and then pivots around, and then it's got a little lock that holds that in place. And then we've got these set screws here where we can loosen this up and adjust it up and down. And I've got these in the store as well, and they've been a good selling quiver for the price. So been happy with that. We do have an IMS mount on the back as well with as having the double burger hole, so you can use any rest with this. This is their new Whisker Biscuit Hunter that's mounted with the IMS mount that comes with this. Another feature that the Alaskan Pro has that you didn't have on some of the previous bows, I think a couple of Bears may have done this, and this system's been around for several manufacturers for many years, but you have the ability to do adjust a little bit of the cam lean, a little bit of your left-right tuning with your cable slide here. So you can loosen this screw, you can pivot this up or down, which brings those cables in or out, and that's going to affect how much lean you have on the cam. You're not going to be able to make large adjustments with that, but you can make some fine-tuning adjustments with this. So that's a nice feature that they've added there. Working our way down, it does have the bear paw grip. If you don't like that, you know, some people like to shoot off the riser. You've got a screw on each side. This comes right off, and you can easily shoot off of the riser. We do have a little 4-inch stabilizer with a wrist sling, and then the back side of this is threaded. So if you wanted to mount a back bar, you could mount it here, but you also have a threaded part of the riser a little bit lower. So you do have the option for a separate back bar mounting. This is an upgraded string stop that's been on their flagship bows the last several years. It's going to take a little bit more vibration out of the shot. Lots of sponginess to that. You know, it's not really stiff, so it should do a good job. And this is new on this bow. They also have riser vibration dampeners built into the riser, top and bottom, limb dampeners. And if you look up here, we have a string loop for, you know, bringing this bow up into your tree stand. So that's a nice feature. It doesn't weigh much extra. And the limb pockets are different than what I've seen on bears in the past as well. They're a little cleaner looking, a little nicer looking limb pocket than what they've had. So nice upgrade there. But really do like this bow. It's going to come with a D-loop and a peep sight. And for the price package, let me look at that. $760 for the package. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. One thing I should mention as well, you can see this here on the riser, there's a piece of rubber that is inserted into the riser. So if you're using a drop away rest, a lot of times your arrow is going to want to clank against the riser and make noise when you're hunting. And a lot of times I'll put felt on the inside of my rest of my riser here just to quiet that down. So this is built into the riser. It's going to be right there. So if your arrow does come in contact, it's going to help silence some of that noise that you might have. So a lot of great features, really good looking bow too. I've always liked how they look. Graphics are nice, and just a great package. This has been a really good seller for me. So I finally am getting a chance to talk about this and tell you a little bit about it in the video. I do want to get a weight on this as it's set up right here in the package. So let me grab my scale. We'll just weigh this real quick because bear doesn't give weights. And I'm getting 5.8 pounds. 5.8 pounds for everything as it is right here. So pretty light setup with everything on the bow. And we're going to go shoot it, talk about the draw cycle, talk about the different let-off options, and we'll get some speeds on it as well. So meet me back in the range. So we're back here ready to shoot. I do have the bow set up same as always. So 28 inches on the draw length, right at 60 pounds on my draw weight. And we will get a speed. This arrow is it's a Gold Tip Velocity XT. It's a 340 spine. It's actually one of my hunting arrows. I just have it set up a little bit lighter. So we're right at 400 grains. Typically I'm shooting 125 grain points, and I've got a fact weight, 20 grain fact weight in there, but 100 grain points. So we're right at 400 grains. The first thing I want to do before we get to speed is just talk through the draw cycle and see what it feels like to let down on the bow. So the EKO cam, I shot on the whitetail INT. I know it was on several other bows. It was a little bit aggressive. It was fast, but there was a pretty big dump at the back end. I feel like this bow is a little bit smoother. So yeah, and you can see how it drops off into the valley there at the back end. It's a little bit stiff at the start, and then it smoothens out and it just kind of rolls over into the valley. Now 80% feels really good for letting down. I've had this on 85, and you kind of have to push it forward to get it to go. There is a difference there, and I feel like the bow is a little bit smoother at 80% let off as well. I don't have as big of a dump into that valley. So just by changing that, by rotating that draw stop, adjusting that let off to 80%, it does improve the feel for me. You may want to have less holding weight. You may want to be able to sit there the whole day and don't mind having to push forward. I like to have a little bit more weight at the back end and have a little bit smoother transition. So it's nice that they give you the option for whatever you want, but that does draw really nice, and you can pull right through that drop into the valley. The pretty solid. There's just a little bit of give at the back end, not a lot, and then again to let this down. It's pretty easy. It's not, I don't have to push it forward much at all. Not like I do on an 85% let off. So it's nice to have that option, but let's shoot it. I'll give you some feedback on vibration and we'll see what we get for speed here. Wow, 275. I noticed just a slight little thud at the shot, and dissipates really quickly. It's not like a lingering vibration, just a little bit of a thud forward. And I imagine if you put an actual stabilizer on here with some weight, that's probably going to help as well to take some of that out. But really pretty pleasant. And 275 surprised me. We're going to shoot this again, see what we can get for an average, but that's pretty fast. So we'll shoot another arrow. All right, arrow number 2. Again, 60 pounds, 28 inches, 400 grain arrow. And sometimes this Garmin chronograph can be a little bit off with that first shot. Let's see how honest we are here with our second shot. Draw length feels good. You know, it's set at 28 and it feels comfortable to me. 277. Okay. I'm going to shoot one more just to see what I can get for an average. That's pretty darn fast for 28 inches, 60 pounds. So one more shot with this. Okay, arrow number 3. We're going to get an average for our speeds. The more I draw this, the smoother it feels. I don't notice that dump at the back end unless I'm really trying to notice that. Now we're at 271.8. So I've got an average. You can see that 274.7, so about almost 275 feet per second, which is pretty quick. That's going to be faster than anything I'm shooting. Of course, I'm typically shooting a little bit heavier arrow as well, but this bow has a lot going for it. You know, it's comfortable. You can adjust, has lots of adjustment with your let off, with your draw length. It tunes really easy. It comes with the package, lightweight. Fast, and it's just a pleasure to shoot. So great value. Bear's doing a lot of good things, and this is a home run for them, I feel like. So if you're interested in one of these, this is a what they call their Legend Series. Okay, so they've got a Legend Series, which is a dealer exclusive, and then the mainline series is bows that I can ship to you. So like the Legit Max, Cruiser, G4, some of those bows I can ship out. You can buy those at big box stores. This is not a bow that you can get at just get anywhere. You can't just buy this offline. It has to come directly from your dealer in person. So if you're interested in this bow, obviously if you're nearby, come see me. I'd love to help you out. But if not, see your local dealer and check it out. It's a great bow and it's a great value. So again, I've sold a lot of these, and I'm glad to get some more in stock because they've been a big hit for this year. So hopefully that helps you out, especially if you're in the market for a bow in this price range. Again, $760 for the package is a great deal for what you're getting here. So folks, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support and watching the channel. Hopefully I'm helping you out and helping you to make some decisions. It's cold outside right now. It's early February, but hopefully the snow melts off soon and we can get outside and do some shooting. I want to do some more videos and have some more things coming out. But this is all for now. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless.